So this is Draw My Life, the story of my life so far. Once upon a time, a precious baby boy was born. It was a beautiful moment in the hospital, on that warm Virginia day, when my dad held me up in the air and said, "It's a boy!" and I peed all over his face. 2 weeks later, my parents moved back to where they were raised in Massachusetts, to be closer to relatives and loved ones. It only took a few weeks, but I soon tracked them down and reunited with my family. I was a troublemaker. I liked peeing on things. In fact, I remember one time I got in trouble for peeing on a church, but that's another story. I have 2 sisters, Ariana and Aubrey, younger of course, and besides them I only had one friend growing up. His name was Stephen. He had brown hair, blue eyes, and he was invisible. I didn't really fit in with most kids, so Steve and I would have sleepovers all the time. We'd fill the nights with watching Aladdin, The Magic School Bus, or The Lion King over and over again. I loved cartoons, and when I was a kid I wanted to be an animator, to bring Stephen to life. So in middle school I signed up for some college-level drawing classes, and I was super pumped. I got to go into Boston and take classes with other kids just like me. The thing is, when I arrived to take all these great classes, I found out I would have to draw nude models. That was really weird. I didn't like drawing naked wieners, it was gross. I would skip a lot of the classes to watch the street performers in Faneuil Hall. Stephen and I would laugh, we thought they were so funny. But underneath, I knew I was very, very sad, because I'd spent all my childhood wanting to draw cartoons. And now I knew it just wasn't for me. I was having a mid-teen crisis. But then one day I found out about this amazing performing arts high school that was only 20 minutes drive from my house. I begged and I pleaded with my mom to let me go, and one day she finally said yes. I remember it was a warm August day, 2 days before school started, and I had to read Slaughterhouse-Five and write a 6-page report on it in just 2 days. And the incredible thing is, I actually got the book report done and passing grade. Incredible, right? Incredible I did it all without reading the book. It was at that moment that I knew this school was for me. I started a comedy troupe with a man named Alicia Yaffe. It was really fun. I loved performing, and I also wanted to see the world. And then one day I found out my English teacher had been a street performer, and so I talked him into teaching a juggling class. It was there that I made my first real friend, Bobby. He was a real boy, and we formed a juggling duo called Juggalicious. We toured around and did little birthday parties and local corporate gigs. It was so much fun to hang out with a real person. But soon college came along, and I moved to the big city, Boston, where I went to Emerson College and learned about making movies. The first week of college, you're supposed to do all these group events where you meet other kids, but I thought it was stupid. So I found other stupid people, and before the week of school was over, we created a sketch comedy show called Chinatown Laundry. We'd interview the homeless and cause a ruckus with our sketches. And somehow, it got on the school channel and we made over 2 seasons of half-hour-long comedy. I still don't know how we did that. College soon got crazy and I backpacked through Europe. And it was there that I got to rekindle something from my past. That's right, Europe inspired me to pee on buildings again. Which is okay to do in Europe, it's just like a thing there. Then had some more college crazy times, and senior year I ended up in Los Angeles, where I worked for some TV production companies on shows like Top Chef, Project Runway, and Showbiz Show with David Spade. But Every summer I would quit and street perform across the globe. And every fall I'd come back and get a new job. It took about 4 years before I quit completely and started performing full time. And that's when I started making YouTube videos about my travels. After a while, I decided to make news videos, and I did that for a year. And then I made about a girl videos for about a year. And now I make cartoons and other funny videos. And right now I have an accent. Now what does the future have in store? I'm not sure. But I'm making cartoons now, so maybe one day soon I will reunite with my childhood friend Steven. But until then, stick around because I love you so much, and without you, I would not be here. Thank you for a great life. Take care of yourselves and each other.